Yo, yo, too loud, too loud, too loud. Hey, what's up? Where's the fucking camera, mate? Boy, better. What's up? Does my hair still fit today? Not as much. That's good, because I got a hat. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Nurses Station. It's Sunday. If you like the tune, there it is. Don't forget to like everything on the YouTube. 100%. Don't forget to download all my music on Bandcamp because it's free. And one day we'll get back to making it on stream. Let's pause that. We'll get back to doing it on stream one day. But for now, it's Sunday. Let's see here. Let's X out of this. Let's do a mega bonk. Let's do a mega bonk. How's that? Excuse me. And then we'll do some Bible study. And that'll be fun today. That'll be real fun. Excuse me. Cool. This is it. This is the run right here. Number 1. Number 1. Here we go. Alright, we're going to do mouse and keyboard again. We're going to be doing Book of Daniel again. We might be able to plow through this one a little bit. We're going to finish up Daniel. Probably not today. But we're going to finish that. We're going to have the questions and the outlines. And then we're not for the next book. So we're going to see how that goes. And if anybody would like to comment in any of the videos that we've done, the previous videos, please, by all means, give us feedback. Give some feedback, positive, negative, whatever. Interact with me. And I promise we'll all grow. I had so many ideas for content and random stuff before stream. I usually do. So I was thinking stuff like, let's get some of those Twitch clips. Let's get some of that Twitch stuff off Twitch. Put that on a channel. But it's like, I don't know, man. It's so much work. And I don't care about the old Twitch. It's funny. And I think it would endear anybody that may be interested and shine a light as to sort of the angle we're getting at and the kind of people that we are. What do I need? Do I need 50? I want this echo shard right away, please. Thank you. We'll take some damage. Where did I miss a shrine? What, on the hill or something? I did. It was blending in with the cactus. Bye. Oh, I can't buy. Not gonna buy, though. Yo, is that Mind Flayer? Hey, what's good, my friend? Welcome to the new, sort of downgraded Nurses Station. It's like a lateral move. What's good, man? I need to turn this gain down. Gain. That's better. Bro, it is so good to see you. Right now we're playing a little bit of Mega Bonk before we do a little bit of Bible talking. Sundays we do some Bible talking. And when I say we, I mean me, Sauce. Just stick around, man. Jump height might save my ass. Might save my ass a lot. You still alive? Well, that's nifty. Let me make sure my chat's in the front. I need to zoom in. I can't see shit. Zoom. That is so much better. Hey, man. I hope he's doing well. I'm glad you're healed up. It is so cool to see you. He's got to be getting big now. Give me the thingy. Aw, really? Moldy cheese is gonna save me here. It's gonna save me on this run. Not when I act like that. Much better. We'll be here for a couple hours, so yeah, man, if you're not doing anything, feel free, hang out. People haven't really been chatting too much, so it's just been me and Sauce just sort of going back and forth. Not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all, but it's always awesome to hear people's take from no matter what walk of life, especially with the Bible. Some nice thought-provoking Sunday chats, because it's way better than the fucking Super Bowl. Sorry to swear in front of your kid, but it's way better than the Super Bowl. Not gonna be doing none of that here. We don't do dumb ball. Get some speed. Get this. Oh no, what do we need? I don't know. Well, and that's the thing, like, I don't really know how to, because everybody's attention span's so small anymore, so like I don't really know how to necessarily broadcast exactly what we're doing on stream here. But let me try to break it down as best as possible. I've never read the Bible in its actual like context in full. I'm very excited to do that because, in my opinion, it is the truth. It is the word. You don't have to believe that. That's fine. But please come and talk. That's like my only thing, because we happen to actually have an outline for this book that we're doing now, which is really cool. You're not going to always have outlines when it comes to this stuff. So when we do the next book that we're going to do, we're not going to have that outline. So the structure that we're going to try to form here is, you know, we need some feedback. We're going to need some other opinions and stuff. You know, like it can be sort of outlandish. If you go back and you watch some of the other VODs, if you have time, it is, it's sort of illuminating to not have a clue about it. And you know, like, reality is actually stranger than fiction. So again, like, I can believe the Bible's actually so much more believable than just today, anything at all. And so just to be able to talk about it on stream, to learn about something on stream with people, that's the goal. And I think it'll be fun. It's a way to get back. It's a way to give back. I'm always talking. I can talk for hours and hours a day anyway. So I figure, why not do it? And on the odd week, I feel good enough. I actually want to do another stream. So we did one yesterday. It was fun. It was just all games. And I'm doing this all on a Stream Deck, or Steam Deck, excuse me. So this is totally new, but it works. Give me all of that crit chance. I will take all that, 21%. Jump Height's gonna save my ass. I keep saying it. Dude, it is... it is really something. Because I picked up Sekiro again. And I picked it up, start of January? Sort of end of December. Picked it up on the PlayStation. And I ended up getting to Guardian 8. And I was like, man, I understand his timing. Like, I'm getting it, but... I ended up, what was it? I did Corrupted Monk. And then after Corrupted Monk, I was like, oh, I'm going to do Orin. And so then I forget exactly what happened where I was like, wait a minute. When I press the button, the sword sound against the wall should be instantaneous. And it wasn't. And so I started testing. So I would hit the button. So it'd be like click, chink. Be like click, chink, click, chink. And I'm like, wait, hold on. So I'm actually playing Guitar Hero with lag. So two things happened in that moment. I realized it was a rhythm game, 100%. And then also I realized, holy cow, that's a lot of lag. So I saw it for half off on Steam. I was like, let's do this. Let's do this. And so I beat it in 20 days. I think I beat Corrupted Monk and Owl on the same day. I can go to my achievements or whatever, but I did it in like 20 days. And it took me number one, 6 years to just pick it up again after rage quitting Genichiro. Guardian Ape doesn't even bother me anymore. Because it's like, best example, it's like playing Hangar 18 on Expert. You know you're not playing Surrender by Cheap Trick, right? It's harder on the set list. And so by understanding that you're playing on hard mode, you can't go back and you're playing that harder set list song, it's just like, wow, the game's asking me, it's asking me to do this. It's asking me to solve this in the skillful hard way. And it was so open and honest. I really appreciated that. Owl actually didn't even give me that hard of a time either. I did a New Game Plus and I was like, I'm kind of not feeling this because I fucked up and not killed all the headless. But I started another one and I just happened to be exactly where I was when I streamed it last. So if I can get a good controller, one that doesn't lag, PlayStation controller doesn't lag on Steam Deck, I'll play more Sekiro on stream. So I'm not doing it with mouse keyboard, mate. Just not doing it. Not gonna happen at all. This Bloodstack stuff's just going on. You know what kills me about Corrupted Monk is I took for granted how good, and I think everybody takes for. When did I hit one of those? Oh, I hit a double shrine. Now there's double bosses. Corrupted Monk pissed me off because it was like I took for granted how good I actually got at parrying that specific boss, and so then when I went to do like Orin. I tried another boss in between. It was like, oh my gosh. Like, I was just better at the fight than I was. So then I had to just get better at it. And then I didn't. And so I snap-seeded it, firecrackered it, fistful of ashed it, and beat it. Because I'm a shinobi, you're not. Nana boo boo. That was so inconvenient. I have to go talk to the boss, guys. You're all getting in my way, and I have to go talk to the boss. I'm going the wrong way, mate. No! Well, at least get a shrine on your way to die, huh? I think Guardian Ape... Ah, man, I spoiled Sekiro for myself, like, way before I played it. And that was sort of the reason I wanted to beat it so bad, was because I knew how awesome a game it was. It was so beautiful. So cool to look at. And I could never get to it. Fountainhead Palace is super overrated. Kind of pretty, but like, what do you really do there? By the time you get there, it's just sort of like, yeah, what do I even do? Other than collect lapis poorly. Kill fish. Oh, so there's going to be 2 of the big boss. This is going to be so bad, mate. Unless I can melt them. Oh. I don't think I can melt them. Not with these guys fucking around, no. Oh, and they got double AoEs. This is gonna be rough. I think we're gonna die. We might not. Give me another projectile. Fish good. Yeah, I ended up just getting them because I wanted the achievement and I wanted the prayer bead. I think it gave you a prayer bead. Oh, please heal me. Someone heal me. No! We D. Are we not D? We're so close to dead. He's 2, though. Wow, what are the odds? Gamer. Risk of Rain 2 and Risk of Rain Returns. I do want to play Risk of Rain. Sauce has convinced me that that is a logical end step for playing games like this. And I agree. I totally agree. I think I'd love it. Projectile speed, size. Yeah, let's hit him with the nanners. Get the damage. Oh, look at all the banana damage. Look at all the tornado damage. I think my hours of video games recently has been kind of detrimental, to be completely honest. Binding of Isaac. I watched a lot of it. I might. Wasn't that like an Adult Swim game or something? It was like adultswim.com. I think I need attack speed. Oh, you've got to be kidding. I'm like 1 experience away. There we go. Crit damage, yeah. If I can get my crit chance up higher, then I'll be golden. Newgrounds, gotcha. Oh, was that an Eddsworld thing? Is that Eddsworld? Man, Newgrounds was a whole period. I bet if I go on mine right now, you'll still see all my art. I want to get out of... Hold on. Hold the fucking phone. Unless you're holding the phone now, then don't hold the phone. Hold it. Hold the horse. Hold your horses. Just in case Newgrounds is weird and like NSFW-y. Let's find out if my stuff's still there. Access granted. Hey! Would you look at that? Sweet. Okay, so this one wasn't a great one. This took me 9 days. So that took me 9 days. That was high school. I love this. Yo, it's Sauce. Hey, man. Don't worry. Don't worry. I know, that's why I wanted to take it off the screen real quick. Vincent Van Lines, Alarm, MGMT. So it had a lot of the bands I was listening to. It's You, It's Me, It's Dancing. So that's Los Campesinos. Oberhofer, If You Don't Pick Up the Phone and Call the Landline. Amazing song. If I don't pick up the phone and call the landline, oh, the landline, oh, la, 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 la. Oberhofer was... I'm glad I found this. Thank you. Thank you for saying Newgrounds, Mindflayer. Let's see what else we got. Boom. Hybrid Court. Got the Executive Suite. So this was like... just sort of, I guess, like a perspective. An experimental perspective drawing. Hey, my camera's actually in like the perfect spot. My goal was to just make something as busy as possible. Like, I was Busy Shorts. That was one of the first songs we wrote. And I Am a Sea Creature. Oh, there's Paul the Worm. He was my mascot there for a long time. Paul the Worm. Can't. Sabbath day. That actually works today. That actually fits today. Yeah, this guy's just scratching his head up there. Let's see, which one else? So this was the first one. This one I call the Acid Trip. Doesn't zoom in. That one was rudimentary, silly. The maze, actually, there is a solution to the maze, which is really cool. The gnome's just throwing up music. Clock, you got the happy face. Lemonade backwards. Somewhere in here is a strip of 5 gum that I peeled off the shiny layer. Where is it? Oh, hold on. Is it down there? I don't know where that fucker is. Perry the Platypus. All right, so here's something cool. You see the moon down here? You see how it's missing a square? He's right there. That's what he would look like if you pulled him out, like a Jenga piece. I don't even think I knew what, the weed was yet even. These are lyrics from my 4 favorite songs at the time. Tonight we're going to give it 35%. That led me down a whole thinking. Like, these songs, amazing. And they're actually the way they would be written if you put 4 pieces of paper on each other. I know, I'm really glad that you brought Newgrounds up, because it's a nice way that I don't have to go and watch Twitch content of my own where it's obviously me watching me, just sort of pulling me. But it does still have, like, oh my gosh, do you know how hard it was back in the day to get like physical pieces of paper digital without like a really good quality phone? Like, I had to actually scan these. I think I had to ask a teacher for help to scan these. Is that all of them? Yeah, that was all of them. Very cool. That's so sick. Actually, hold on. Let me find the one picture that inspired me. I got to show you the one that inspired me. I'll take it down again just in case somebody decides to do bad stuff. His name's Mraw, M-R-A-W. I'll risk it, I don't care. You might also enjoy... How do we get to his shit? Okay, maybe we're just gonna browse it, so we don't want to do that. I want to find his oldest stuff. Latest art. Please don't be NSFW. Sort by date. Yeah. Oh, there it was. I saw it. Where was it? I just saw it. It was one of these. It wasn't in 2022. Hold on. Ratings, everyone. Okay, so there's... Okay, I have to go by search. Does that show all of them? It literally popped up. I was like... Thank you for bringing this up, though, dude. Because your memory is like a muscle. You got to exercise it. Safe search. Whatever. Fuck off. But just, I guess, look at his stuff. It's so good. As thick as you quink. That's what it is. This started it all. I saw this and I was like, yeah, I want my shorts to look like this. I want my clothes to look like this. This is me now. And it became me. This made sense. This made sense. This was more cohesive than a solid sheet of black, white, blue, whatever. That made so much more sense. Like, everything goes together. This guy throwing up is outlined by this yellow that swirls that's next to the street lamp, that's got the amphitheater sound, that's projecting these dendrites, that's got a piano that's stitched to some toothpaste, that's making the waves for this guy that's probably doing some gang signs. He's just watching. They're not watching. He's kind of freaking out, and this looks like an arm, but it's not. It's just like a capital J needle. And this guy's like, don't ask me. And this guy goes, whoa. And it all happened as thick as you quink. Fuck, that's such a good one. Damn. All right, back to exclusive. What was it? Maximized window? I don't care. I just want to win. Hi. Oh, I thought he was in front of me. It scared me. So yeah. Should be able to go and get some of those, right? Oh, I have no health at all. Just in the risk of losing it all, I don't want to do that. How you doing today, Sauce? You say you're dragging a little bit, though? That's fine, man. As the days go and as the repertoire grows, there's more... You got more to do in between, too. Crit chance. Give me. Jumps. I don't draw nearly as much as I used to, but I paint really good pictures with my words. I like to paint pictures for your ears. Hey man, have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for stopping in. It is really good to see you. Hope you, the little one, and everyone in your life doing well. God bless you, dude. Just remember, no matter where you go, there you are. The more you know, the less you don't. Tune in anytime. I sit up and I feel like I could slip into REM sleep. No worries, man. No worries. We need to try a different format that's not as intensive then. We're gonna have to, we have to temper our style that can be malleable to the sleep and to the woke. Not the woke, fuck the woke, but yeah, even to them though. But to the awaken, to the people with the eyes open. Like not in REM sleep. That was too hard to describe. I hate language warfare so much. Oh, I wanted the pot. I wanted to break it. I was frustrated. I wanted to break it. Give me your bones. Give me your bones. Thank you. Like your bones. Yeah. How about you do that though? I need you to do that. I'm willing to help and I want to help, but you got to do that. I'm so glad you said it. I need to work out more again and not just sit with my arms crooked playing video games all day. That's my recent downfall. I think my blood sugar... I need to get a doctor is the thing I need to do. So, I'm just glad you said something, man. I'm glad we got a chat today. Dude, if you want to just hang out and chat too, that's totally fine. Please obliterate this pre-glass demon. See, I'm glad you said it though, because now I'm thinking about it, and maybe this week I'll actually just drive up to one of the doctors I've been saying I want to just ask if they can help me. It's just the body. So yeah, thank you. Need more of this. We need more chat. Like, subscribe, share with everybody. I like to keep the guy off camera that holds a gun to my head whenever I have to say those things. I don't know if I'm gonna make this run. We have jumps though. Oh, that could be an unlucky downfall if one of those guys hits me in midair with one of those needles. That was counterintuitive. Rejuvenated. This needs to stop. You guys are gonna need to calm down. Please. I'll take that. Don't go for the boss, because it'll teleport you. Just remember that. Remember that, nurse. You can do this. You can do this. I'm not going. A lot of time though. It really just doesn't seem like his moving speed went up an epic degree. There it does. That's so good seeing Mind Flare, man. The vein from Twitch is still there. It's really cool. It's really cool. I was thinking a lot about the Kick YouTube debate yesterday and just trying to plan that out too. I think it's probably better to stay on YouTube, even though it's not as engaging live. I think I made that call. And the only reason I think I made that call is I looked at my Twitch and how seriously I took that. And it's like, I don't think I want to do that again. I don't think I have to. I don't want to make emotes. Be cool to have listeners. I don't want an audience. Kick sounds like the reasons you'd go to Kick sound like it would be for the audience. I don't know. Thinking out loud. You do need to go hard on yourself. People don't listen to people that don't take care of themselves. And that's why I'm always so confused whenever there's genuine attempts made and when, like when we are doing good. And it's so hard to get on top. Hard work does pay off, but it's just like, I never realized how niche hard work was. Because I do hard work. I'll do the bare minimum as well, and it's just the same. The results are always the same. So it's like something's gotta give. And it's probably me, so. Like, how the hell do you figure that out, though? Which part are you? I think probably going to the doctor's a good idea. If something's going on under the hood, I want to know. And then maybe that problem, like what if it's something like I watched Davey504, his bass videos and stuff. He dropped a video today talking about his osteopenia because he went and got a checkup and found that his bone density was low. And like that's not a problem I think I have. Certainly hope that's not a problem I have, but I do need to check. And being a nurse isn't good enough. You do need to go to the doctor. So yeah, just gotta do it. I'm getting fucking slowed down so badly because of these scorpions, mate. There's a lot of them too, though. I need it. I'm glad I got the tornadoes because that's actually kind of keeping this. Holy cow! There's a wall again. Jeez, this is rough. Don't not pay attention. They're gonna drop all down on me, aren't they? I like to think that if I'm in the middle of the arch, they're not gonna do that, but that's just not true. I don't understand how, but sure, we're going down here. Unless we can just really make this work. This is such a fucking bad spot to be in. Oh my god, what did I do? Oh, I got out. There's so much. Okay, this was educational. Where are those prickly little shits? Because they keep shooting me from afar, and that's doing more damage than I'd like. We're definitely going to stand up after this. Definitely do some stretches. Ah, yeah, oh well. That was going to get me anyway. Oh. That was going to get me anyway. Well, what was DPS? Wireless dagger. That is just awesome. Every time. Every single time. So good. So good. Alright, let's get out of this. Here's the thing. Let's try this. Let's try this today, right? Let's do Book of Daniel. Let's see where we were. It was 9 or 10. It's not Holy Bible Online. Gateway. I don't think it was at 10 yet. I don't think we were on 10 yet. Oh no, he understood the thing. Okay, yeah, we were kind of here. Did 9 a little bit. How was the end of 9? Okay, so data, dates, time. Okay. Let's get some questions up. Downloads. I like that you can do the split thing. And over here, like we need downloads. How do we get it downloads? There we go. 12, go over there. Move here. Move here. Move here. Okay. Okay, so it was the reference to history thing. Okay. Try to read 1 minute. Yep. Gain, gain, gain. This mic needs to go to the doctor. It needs a checkup. I don't know anything about Michael. So here's what we're going to do. Let's put this on.
Daniel 10. In the 3rd year of Cyrus, king of Persia, a thing was revealed unto Daniel, whose name was called Belteshazzar. And the thing was true, but the time appointed was long, and he understood the thing and had understanding of the vision. In those days I, Daniel, was mourning 3 full weeks. I ate no pleasant bread, neither came flesh nor wine in my mouth, neither did I anoint myself at all. till 3 whole weeks were fulfilled. And in the 24th day of the 1st month, as I was by the side of the great river, which is Hiddekel, then I lifted up mine eyes, and looked, and behold, a certain man clothed in linen, whose loins were girded with fine gold of Uphaz. His body also was like the beryl, and his face as the appearance of lightning, and his eyes as lamps of fire, and his arms and his feet like in colour to polished brass, and the voice of his words like the voice of a multitude. And I, Daniel, alone saw the vision, for the men that were with me saw not the vision. But a great quaking fell upon them, so that they fled to hide themselves. Therefore I was left alone, and saw this great vision. And there remained no strength in me, for my comeliness was turned in me into corruption, and I retained no strength. Yet heard I the voice of his words, and when I heard the voice of his words, then was I in a deep sleep on my face, and my face toward the ground. And behold, an hand touched me, which set me upon my knees, and upon the palms of my hands. And he said unto me, O Daniel, a man greatly beloved, understand the words that I speak unto thee, and stand upright, for unto thee am I now sent. And when he had spoken this word unto me, I stood trembling. Then said he unto me, Fear not, Daniel, for from the first day that thou didst set thine heart to understand, and to chasten thyself before thy God, thy words were heard, and I am come for thy words. But the prince of the kingdom of Persia withstood me 21 days. But lo, Michael, one of the chief princes, came to help me, and I remained there with the kings of Persia. Now I am come to make thee understand what shall befall thy people in the latter days, for yet the vision is for many days. And when he had spoken such words unto me, I set my face toward the ground, and I became dumb. And behold, one like the similitude of the sons of men touched my lips. Then I opened my mouth and spake, and said unto him that stood before me, O my Lord, by the vision my sorrows are turned upon me, and I have retained no strength. For how can the servant of this, my Lord, talk with this, my Lord? For as for me, straightway there remained no strength in me, neither is there breath left in me. Then there came again, and touched me one like the appearance of a man. And he strengthened me, and said, O man greatly beloved, fear not. Peace be unto thee, be strong, yea, be strong. And when he had spoken unto me, I was strengthened, and said, Let my Lord speak, for thou hast strengthened me. Then said he, Knowest thou wherefore I come unto thee? And now will I return to fight with the prince of Persia. And when I am gone forth, lo, the prince of Grecia shall come. But I will show thee that which is noted in the scripture of truth, and there is none that holdeth with me in these things, but Michael your prince.
Okay. I figured it out. This picture helps. The book of Daniel is a timeline. Okay? So, like, we're looking at history, okay? I sort of needed this. I really sort of needed this. This book helped a lot, because that's what it does. Hold on, where is he at? All right, let's get Discord up. Sauce, be ready. Give it the voice. Yo. Yo.
Whoa.
What's up, man?
Being chilly.
Good. Good.
I was listening along.
So I needed an illustration because I'm trying to put all this stuff to. So Daniel's life is basically very, very illuminating. So there was definitely a change of tone at some point, and I was trying to figure it out because it went from uh, Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego. It went from all that to visions, 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 visions. And it's like, okay, it feels like when this was written, it's written from a perspective where there's still a future to come. Okay, so where's that break? I think this kind of does it right here. I don't really care too much about all this shit on the right. I'm not really reading that. I didn't really look into that, but so yeah, that's the vision of Christ right there. Like I was as he was talking about it. Obviously, Christ will come. That's really cool. I understood that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's actually, and even the questions too. Thankful for those because I was just reading those as they were going. Yeah, it was Jesus. That was good. That was a good one. That was a good story.
Oh,
And it might be because like the numbers thing and like the visions and it's a little bit more specific and stuff where it's like it feels more like a story. But where else, like why else would you write in terms of future tense and prophecy unless it was a current point? So with the Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego saga, that was a good season because that was actually happening. But this one's harder to understand because all these visions come together. And as a first-time reader, it's just like, oh, I do not know any of these characters. But I know Jesus. This one's Jesus. So cool. Very thankful for that.
yeah.
What other illustrations? I mean, that one stood out real nice. Hey, here's the picture. Here's the picture from my book. Sweet. That's great.
Cool.
So it really is just that his prophecies, his visions are expressed in ways that just they would understand. Like a big statue made of different stuff. And then animals. Cool.
The analogies that we as humans can interpret and help process information better. Because sometimes truth is just too much to comprehend at times.
Let's see. I mean, the thing is, yeah, it's actually, even though it's been trimmed down, even though even though it's what's left pretty much, like even though the Bible is like exclusionary by nature,
Yeah.
it's actually over time, the complexity of the metaphor is getting further from our understanding because we're so damned stupid.
Stupid is a nice way to
We're so damned ungrateful.
we lack so much. But that
Yeah.
doesn't mean it'll
Yeah.
but it's for there's reasons for all of that too. Like we in order for things to be fundamentally understood, the foundation needs to be as uh, sturdy as possible. So, by being sturdy, you have to be thorough. Being thorough is just a lot of trial and error.
Yeah.
So,
Well, so this is going to help me in my approach to the next book because maybe we don't do Revelations.
all right.
Because
I
I don't,
like
I
that.
actually don't, I thought it would be relevant, but it's just like, oh my goodness,
That
it will be.
that's
that's the thing, because the Bible's always relevant.
Sure.
Which Bible book should I read if I'm retarded? Accessible scriptures for children. No, I didn't say if I'm a child. I said if I'm a millennial. What Bible should if I'm confused about if I desire structure. Like is there a way how to decide which book of the Bible to read? There's a whole website for it. And I'll take it with a big grain of salt. Because this is sort
They
of...
say if they say Job, we're gonna read Job.
I was going to say, if it says Job, then I think Job's probably going to actually just be the section. So, for new believers or those new to the Bible, John is a good place to start. I have done Genesis. I'm actually very comfortable with whatever Jordan Peterson discussed in his first Bible series on the Old Testament. Forget where he got up. I don't think he got up to Exodus. But because of that, I actually am very well versed in the older Testament with like Genesis and stuff. So that helped. John, I listened to, probably could go through.
Yeah.
For understanding Christian doctrine. So that's like third tier. That's like got to be a level higher a little bit.
I don't know why. I don't know why First Corinthians keeps coming to mind. What's in First Corinthians?
So choosing a book based on life circumstances. Let's see if we can get a little bit of push. I'm going to do Control F and see if we... let's do struggle. There's no struggle. What about consequences? Nothing. That's loud.
Cool.
Stop it.
You say you wanted structure, yeah?
Structure. There's knowing the structure of the sacred text allows us. Structure works. All the core structure of the Bible, shared structures. Okay, conclusion. Okay, so literally the whole body of the text doesn't say the word structure back. Okay, so it's rich with... It's fine. Daily. What about daily? There we go. The Old Testament focuses on the covenant between God and Israel. The New Testament focuses on the new covenant established through Jesus Christ. His teachings, as recorded in the Gospels, form the core of the New Testament, while the letters or epistles written by the apostles St. Paul and Peter, or like Paul and Peter, explain Christian doctrine and how it should be applied to daily life. It's like I do sort of struggle with the things in daily life, but it's like the most incredible, like actually you wouldn't believe me sort of stories. So it's like I have a revelation-sized normal, I need to brush my teeth, and I notice that they use a Phillips and a flathead. It's like it's not...
Yeah.
Believe it or not, it's actually not always that tame. Go to Waffle House and, get toast with your meal and say like, hey, can you throw some apple butter in there? And you go and you sit down while you're waiting, and the guy turns around and goes, do you want hella apple butter with that? How many other people had that experience? It's not even the weirdest one. So I don't know if I need to tackle the complexity or the simplicity, because I don't understand the simple things. But then when I try to do the simple things, the complex shit's just like, well, how dare you look at it? It's like the meme with the guy and the chick. What's that meme? Girl walking
The
by
jealousy.
meme. Yeah, the jealousy meme. It's like, this is me, this is complexity, and this is simplicity. That's exactly what it is. Like, I just crave the simple shit. And then there's, well, what do you mean you don't want to have a hypothetical thought process about if you were Korean and it was 7 p.m. instead? I don't care. But then someone at the store will say, have you ever thought about the time you could Korean at 7 p.m.? And I'll be like, what are the actual fucking odds? What are the odds? I really need to know. I'm going to need to start knowing the odds of this stuff now, because it's getting ridiculous. So, based on that description, what do you think my problem is?
I got to take the log out of my own eye before I try and worry about anyone else's splinter.
Well, I want to know what it looks like with the log in your eye, because that'll give a nice simulacrum of at least what the shape is.
Uh, it's bad. Okay.
But okay, yeah, I agree.
Just a lot of internal
It's probably fucking
struggle.
Job. It's probably just Job. It's probably my actual job, and it's probably Job.
Ha-
Book of Job. I want to see how long it is, because I want to kind of have a little bit of a plan. It's a big one. We're gonna have
Mhm.
to do a semi. We're gonna have to truncate that. That's gonna actually like require like some out of stream work, I think.
Look at I just fired up First Corinthians, and I'm reading a summary on it right now. Uh, First Corinthians addresses issues within the Corinthian church, emphasizing unity, moral integrity, and spiritual gifts. Paul advises on matters like divisions, immorality, and worship practices, highlighting love as the greatest virtue. He confirms the resurrection of Christ and its implications for believers. It's
That's First
fir-
Corinthians.
First Corinthians does. I can't say that I've read it. I'm very learned in it, but when you said you were looking for like, I feel like my mom suggested me reading that, or like it was either that or Kings, First Kings. It was one of those two. But First Corinthians sounded interesting too, just for morality's sake.
It almost feels like this is Daniel might actually be like one of the only books that this structure works on. Because it's going to have to start big and get granular. Okay. I mean, that's. Yeah, I mean, okay. Screw me a little bit, because, I mean, that's. If this is a prophecy of Jesus, it's like literally the big getting granular. He's the vision of a man becoming flesh. So it's just like, oh, something non-cellular becomes a cellular organism. Sick. So, okay, how can we extrapolate the problem? So it's big. You got to get granular with it. All right. So the next book we approach like that, maybe it'll work.
Ooh.
Or maybe it
First
will
Kings.
do work.
First Kings recounts the transition of power between King David to his son Solomon, highlighting Solomon's reign, the construction of the temple in Jerusalem, and the eventual division of the kingdom into Israel and Judah after Solomon's death. The book also features significant events involving prophets like Elijah, who confronts the idolatry of the kings and the people. Neat.
It's almost like you gotta just start with like quote the Bible. Am I right? We did that. We did that. I think if I look at I think we have 11 live streams, which is actually really good. Like we've sort of put work in, which is really cool.
Yeah.
I want to go to the actual studio though, real quick. I want to pull up numbers.
I like it.
It's something. It's cool. This is like literally just not even close. But so we started by saying, okay, the Bible, am I right? Boom, got that out of the way. Hit Daniel. We did get granular, and we ended up extrapolating out big. And we're not even done with the actual book. All right, here's our numbers here. Let's go to live stream. It's actually a lot of time. We've put a lot of time in this.
Yeah.
Sweet. So sans 2.5 hours for testing. We started granular and got big. If YouTube isn't a platform of going in for live, then it's probably better. I don't know if it's better, but we try it the other way. Because we're getting a lot of content out of it, which is really good. And I don't want to even just call it content because it's really good conversations. Even Mindflayer coming in here for 15, 20 minutes or whatever was great. Like when we're talking actually, like versus like when you're actually just in the chat, it's totally different. When you use here, like I miss actually having a fucking chat. Hire me a damn clanker to join the conversation. It's like I just need one little message popping up in chat that says like, what about this thing? And then you haven't thought of it, and I have. Cowboy Bebop. It's all about jazz. It's improv. It's granular. See, I could do this with anything. I like my naming structure for the content now, though. It's cryptic. I like it. I actually can really understand 10. It's getting to the point now where like you say less, please, because I'm actually sort of getting it, and I know you just. I'm glad you said what you said, because you have to be thorough for the structure and stuff. So 11 is going to be interesting here. Do we have 11 on paper?
Why don't we just roll some dice?
What about it?
I like leaving when I'm running into a roadblock for anything that involves me like sifting through information. As much as I like starting from the beginning or starting at the end and then going a direction, sometimes just leaving it up to fate to enable you to just roll the dice or let the pages fall where they go and then just rest your finger in a passage and then go from there. That's always fun too.
Okay, so I have a stack of quarters.
Sure.
There's 66 books in the Bible. I'm going to count how many quarters this is. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Wait, there's
10.
66 books in the Bible?
That's what I just Googled.
Cool. Then, and you, why don't just use 6 quarters and then write out the outcome of 11 rolls of those 6. And we'll go from there.
How about this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. We're going to add the actual amount. What did I say, 22? Yeah, 22. So we're going to add the amount of non-Washington, so like all of the not Washington quarters. So like we're going to add the state quarters, the women quarters, and the American Parks quarters to that number. So 22 plus 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Enjoy the noise. 10, 11, 12. So 34. I swear if that's the book of Daniel, mate. What's the 34th book in the Bible? Please don't be Daniel. Nahum. Is that a book? I've never heard that. Hold on. Nahum is the 34th book in the Christian Old Testament? Who? There's not 66 books in the Bible. We're getting duped here, right? Books of the Bible. This can't be.
Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, First Samuel, Second Samuel, First Kings, Second Kings, First Chronicles, Second Chronicles, Ezra, Nehemiah. Ooh, big sneeze.
14, 15, 16,
Uh,
32. There's actually probably, yeah, that's okay, that's true. The Book of Nahum is a thing.
is it really?
It is.
Oh yeah, it is. It's right
Oh.
after Micah and
Well,
right before Habakkuk.
God was like, you're gonna like season 5 of Game of Thrones, damn it.
No.
You're gonna
There's
read it.
only
Okay.
there are 3 chapters in Nahum.
We can knock that out today. Unless it's like 60 lines per. I'm actually perplexed at this because I've just never.
Yeah.
I love the Bible, man. That is so cool.
Yeah, Bible's pretty sweet.
I mean, that's really sweet. Like, I remember one time I was playing Pokemon Black 2. Oh, well, there we go. Found this one part where you could surf to the right of a bridge, and you're not allowed to surf on bridges in that game. So I just never thought you could do that. And there was a motherfucking, it was like a Zenk or a Carbos and a trainer over there. I was like, no shit, dude. That's a whole Nuzlocke encounter. I've been playing the game for years. So now I get to learn that there's a Nahum. This is cool.
Nahum.
This is sweet. Nurse gonna have a quick smoke, and we gonna do that.
Nahum.
We're at least gonna look at it, and then we're gonna take a nice little Mario. It's me, Mario. Hire fucking Chris Pratt. Hire me, motherfucker.
Because he's so cool.
Because he's got a resume.
Yeah. Chris Pratt's one of the very few celebrities that I still have respect for.
I actually really like him. I only shit on him because I'm a little jealous. You never hear me shitting on like Bill Maher.
Yeah. Chris Pratt's open about his beliefs.
Yeah.
and
Who's his wife? Is it Anna
Christianity.
Faris?
I don't know.
Because I know both of them are really involved in their church.
I'm glad to hear that. I'm
Yeah.
glad. I'm really pulling for him. He's one of the good ones.
Because he was really, really funny in Parks and Rec.
He had a really great comeback story, that's for sure.
I mean, to watch that, yeah, that feels good.
Yeah.
I honestly, I wish I had that problem. I wish I had that problem. Like, chiseling it down sounds so much easier than building it up. But I wish we could trade problems for a week.
Kim Kardashian had a good comeback story.
How long was the video?
The genuine laughter that joke brought.
That's actually terribly good. All right, I'm gonna do a quick BRB.
Yeah.
If you fall asleep, if you're tired, man, like don't worry, I'll
Never.
wing Nahum. See, I'm
Nope.
gonna keep giving you the option because you're gonna keep picking never, and you're gonna force yourself, and it's a good thing.
I refuse.
So like and survive. Where's my mute? There's my mute button. Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm gonna smoke.
Yeah.
Fiddle-dee-dee. Croissant.
Eh,
Hello? Hey! Look!
Back again. Back again.
Hey!
I like the sound effects. Very engaging.
Hello?
Hey. Okay, so before we just jump into the book of Nahum, what is the book of Nahum?
Oh,
Because I don't know Micah, I don't know. I don't know none of that. Let's do a quick summary. Get out of here. Prophesies the impending judgment and destruction of Nineveh, the capital of Assyria, due to the wickedness and cruelty. It highlights God's justice power, assuring he will not leave guilty unpunished. I hope so. Historical context. During a time when the Assyrian Empire was at its peak, or zenith, having already conquered the northern kingdom of Israel, 722 BC. The book is generally dated 612. So this is kind of around Daniel. How far away is that from Daniel? Prophetic book characterized by vivid poetry and imagery, use a combination of judgment oracles and theophany to convey its message. Okay, so that's just really good to know, because I'm not. It's not going to be like this guy went here. It's going to be like this guy said that. Good. Okay.
No, they'll be dropping bars.
I'm cool with that.
The Book of Nahum, Chapter 1.
See what he says.
The Burden of Nineveh. The Book of the Vision of Nahum the Elkoshite. God is jealous, and the Lord revengeth. The Lord revengeth, and is furious. The Lord will take vengeance on his adversaries, and he reserveth wrath for his enemies. The Lord is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. The Lord hath his way in the whirlwind, and in the storm, and the clouds are the dust of his feet. He rebuketh the sea, and maketh it dry, and drieth up all the rivers. Bashan languisheth, and Carmel, and the flower of Lebanon languisheth. The mountains quake at him, and the hills melt, and the earth is burned at his presence, yea, the world and all that dwell therein. Who can stand before his indignation, and who can abide in the fierceness of his anger? His fury is poured out like fire, and the rocks are thrown down by him. The Lord is good, a stronghold in the day of trouble, and he knoweth them that trust in him. But with an overrunning flood he will make an utter end of the place thereof, and darkness shall pursue his enemies. What do ye imagine against the Lord? He will make an utter end. Affliction shall not rise up the second time. For while they be folden together as thorns, and while they are drunken as drunkards, they shall be devoured as stubble fully dry. There is one come out of thee that imagineth evil against the Lord, a wicked counselor. Thus saith the Lord, though they be quiet, and likewise many, yet thus shall they be cut down, when he shall pass through. Though I have afflicted thee, I will afflict thee no more. For now will I break his yoke from off thee, and will burst thy bonds in sunder. And the Lord hath given a commandment concerning thee, that no more of thy name be sown. Out of the house of thy gods will I cut off the graven image, and the molten image. I will make thy grave, for thou art vile. Behold upon the mountains the feet of him that bringeth good tidings, that publisheth peace. O Judah, keep thy solemn feasts, perform thy vows, for the wicked shall no more pass through thee. He is utterly cut off.
Interesting word there. Okay. Again, it's way easier to understand than current day politicking. Behold upon the mountains the feet of him that bringeth good tidings, quote, that publisheth peace. This is probably why I am not drawn to making content about the unfortunate stuff and the bad stuff in the world. It's easier, and I want to do it. I want to talk about it, especially like during these streams, and even in like Megabonk and what. Like I want to catch people the hell off guard. Talking about that, people walk into it and they expect it a little bit. But it's like, oh my gosh, cat videos might not be the worst thing in the world to post. Dog videos might not be the worst thing to post.
Meow.
there's the obvious, just don't, it's not just like only talk about good stuff. Don't look at things just through a good lens, but spread the word, perform thy vows. Next, Nahum 2. We're going to just steamroll this because I want to hear it in its entirety.
Let's do it.
Oh, mate, that's your cue, Max.
Nahum 2. He that dasheth in pieces is come up before thy face. Keep the munition, watch.
Just that first line alone. He that dasheth in pieces is come up before thy face. Remember that one idea we had? We were going to take Bible
Nahum
verse.
2.
Hey, no.
He that-
It's,
Mm-hmm.
read the room, Max. We were going to make a song out of Bible verse. I can hear the drums to that. He dasheth the pieces to come up before the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep the munition.
Nahum 2.
The munition.
He that dasheth in pieces is come up before thy face. Keep the munition, watch the way, make thy loins strong, fortify thy power mightily. For the Lord hath turned away the excellency of Jacob, as the excellency of Israel. For the emptiers have emptied them out, and marred their vine branches. The shield of his mighty men is made red, the valiant men are in scarlet. The chariot shall be with flaming torches in the day of his preparation, and the fir trees shall be terribly shaken. The chariots shall rage in the streets. They shall jostle one against another in the broad ways. They shall seem like torches. They shall run like the lightnings. He shall recount his worthies. They shall stumble in their walk. They shall make haste to the wall thereof, and the defence shall be prepared. The gates of the rivers shall be opened, and the palace shall be dissolved. And Huzab shall be led away captive. She shall be brought up, and her maids shall lead her as with the voice of doves, tabering upon their breasts. But Nineveh is of old like a pool of water, yet they shall flee away. Stand, stand, shall they cry, but none shall look back. Take ye the spoil of silver, take the spoil of gold, for there is none end of the store and glory out of all the pleasant furniture. She is empty and void and waste, and the heart melteth, and the knees smite together, and much pain is in all loins, and the faces of them all gather blackness. Where is the dwelling of the lions, and the feeding place of the young lions, where the lion, even the old lion, walked, and the lions whelp, and none made them afraid? The lion did tear in pieces enough for his whelps, and strangled for his lionesses, and filled his holes with prey, and his dens with ravin. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will burn her chariots in the smoke, and the sword shall devour thy young lions, and I will cut off thy prey from the earth, and the voice of thy messengers shall no more be heard.
On. Shit. Oops. And I will cut off the prey from thy prey from the earth, and the voice of thy messengers shall no more be heard. Wow. Oh, woe to the bloody city, it starts.
Nahum 3. Woe to the bloody city! It is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not. The noise of a whip, and the noise of the rattling of the wheels, and of the prancing horses, and of the jumping chariots. The horseman lifteth up both the bright sword and the glittering spear, and there is a multitude of slain, and a great number of carcasses, and there is none end of their corpses. They stumble upon their corpses, because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favoured harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts, that selleth nations through her whoredoms, and families through her witchcrafts. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. And I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile, and will set thee as a gazing stock. And it shall come to pass that all they that look upon thee shall flee from thee, and say, Nineveh is laid waste. Who will bemoan her? Whence shall I seek comforters for thee? Art thou better than Populus? No, that was situate among the rivers, that had the waters round about it, whose rampart was the sea, and her wall was from the sea. Ethiopia and Egypt were her strength, and it was infinite. Put and Lubim were thy helpers. Yet was she carried away, she went into captivity. Her young children also were dashed in pieces at the top of all the streets, and they cast lots for her honourable men, and all her great men were bound in chains. Thou also shalt be drunken, thou shalt be hid. Thou also shalt seek strength because of the enemy. All thy strongholds shall be like fig trees with the first ripe figs. If they be shaken, they shall even fall into the mouth of the eater. Behold, thy people in the midst of thee are women. The gates of thy land shall be set wide open unto thine enemies. The fire shall devour thy bars. Draw thee waters for the siege. Fortify thy strongholds. Go into clay, and tread the mortar. Make strong the brick kiln. There shall the fire devour thee. The sword shall cut thee off. It shall eat thee up like the cankerworm. Make thyself many as the cankerworm. Make thyself many as the locusts. Thou hast multiplied thy merchants above the stars of heaven. The cankerworm spoileth and flieth away. Thy crowned are as the locusts, and thy captains as the great grasshoppers, which camp in the hedges in the cold day. But when the sun ariseth, they flee away, and their place is not known where they are. Thy shepherds slumber, O king of Assyria. Thy nobles shall dwell in the dust. Thy people is scattered upon the mountains, and no man gathereth them. There is no healing of thy bruise. Thy wound is grievous. All that hear the bruit of thee shall clap the hands over thee. For upon whom hath not thy wickedness passed continually?
Oh, I like it. The Bible is a reference to any and all times, forever. Holy cow, man. Okay, what's a cankerworm?
I think of a botfly for some reason.
Oh, if it does become a botfly, that's horrible. If it does, then that's absolutely horrible. But if it's just this little caterpillar guy, then I'm okay with that. But I don't know what it's talking about. So let's do Cankerworm Bible and watch it just be like a spider or something. Be like a 20-story spider. Particularly destructive to vegetations. Okay, so like locust, caterpillar, young locust. Okay. Young locust.
Okay.
You! Welcome to Bible study. Not a spider this time. And actually, botfly would have scared the hell out of me. Because then that would have been
I hate botfly. Those are terrifying.
I'd rather talk about the Epstein files than that. Jeez. Okay. So
Cheddar.
wow, we learned a lot there.
I learned nothing from reading this.
We learned basically what we knew when we went in, prophetic, and it's really just interchangeable with the pieces.
Yeah.
So that's kind of nice. I'm not opposed to going through Bible verses like that and books like that, because again, it's like it's not the fact. So it's like, oh well, if they said the same thing, then why does it exist? Well, the fact that there's 66 books, you could probably do the quarter thing again in a totally different way and end up with the same thing. It's going to be a shift in the Old and the New Testament for sure, because that's what happens. But this is definitely just an Old Testament God striketh thee. And the poetry is beautiful. Again, if it wouldn't have warned me about it, I wouldn't have went into it thinking that. So that was kind of nice. And we checked off a whole book of the Bible on stream. Hooray!
For a while they be folden together as thorns, and while they are drunken as drunkards, they shall be devoured as stubble fully dry.
Isn't that beautiful?
Like, wow. I don't know what all they're trying to imply, except fear God, respect authority. Like, these are poetic affirmations
Yeah.
to submit in the most poetic way possible. It's just how they're portraying God. It's just insane with the creative ways that he can just fuck us up, dude.
And it just knows no bounds.
Yeah.
It knows no
Yeah.
bounds. I mean, that's the thing. It's like we can only sin so much as we have the capacity with our bodies, and, like to the degree we have some sort of control over others, which isn't much or any at all. But it's like, okay, I'll do that, and times 1,000, says God all the time.
Yeah.
Where was it? Draw thee waters for the siege, fortify thy strongholds, go into clay and tread the mortar, make strong the brick kiln. Ooh, I wish there were 9 letters in the Wordle just so I can guess brick kiln tomorrow. Like, these words, they paint such a stronger picture to me. There's 3 books. There's 3 chapters of that, but it was very descriptive.
Who's Hazab? Huzzab. Who is that?
Who is that? I wanted to
Yeah.
look at where it was. So if you
It
look
says,
up,
and Hazab shall be led away captive. She shall be brought up, and her maids shall lead her, as with the voice of doves, tabering upon their breasts. Hazab.
is it speaking in terms of country?
I don't know.
Hold on.
This
I heard you
whole-
say breast, so
Yeah, this whole book is emotion.
the gates of the river shall be opened, and the palace shall be dissolved, and Huzzab shall be led away captive. She was brought up, and her maid. Okay, so that probably was a person. Let's look at what the Great Walls of Nineveh looked like.
Ooh.
Oh, hold on, I fucked my thing up. I can't do it. It's a star fort, by the way.
I believe it.
Okay, so let's apply this because I can't do scroll. Okay, that's crazy. That's actually a really big walled city. That's wild. The mistress or the queen. Again, every day I'm
It's
like,
been
I
looking.
understand the witch trials a little bit. Like, they do be wildin' though sometimes. Just a little. Like, this woman was mentioned by name to the point that she would be drug away. Like, I'm sure there were dudes that were led away, but they didn't feel the need to mention them. That's a crazy city, though. That is actually a
I
crazy
just
city. And the walls
where
are, the river is dried up.
this is kind of blowing my mind a little bit here. I wasn't gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it.
What's he gonna do? This is like,
Chat GPT.
this is an incredible city. For sand people, this is an incredible city. Because they're not all like this. Find it interesting that it connects a little over here. It's almost like the river was diverted. I love to see it. I love to see it.
Here we go. I just I went I asked ChatGPT. I said, "What is Nahum in the Old Testament?" Nahum is a book in the Old Testament, one of the minor prophets. Uh, Short prophetic book, just 3 chapters, focused almost entirely on the downfall of Nineveh. Okay, okay, that's where I'm starting to get it now.
So this
The
city here,
capital, the capital of Assyria.
which today is Iraq.
The brutal empire that had terrorized the ancient Near East and earlier conquered the northern kingdom of Israel.
Assyrians. Historically accuracy and the
And
prophecy.
no wonder these guys are all over each other's throats still. It's because they have these permanent grudges that have been documented for millennia. Like, no wonder,
I
man.
know, dude. Like, I did not start the bar fight. I just went to the bar and there
Oh,
happened to be a fight. And it's like, can you guys fucking stop?
can
Your
can
blood
you all
feud does
just,
not get to rule the world forever. It doesn't get to just ruin the world forever because you guys won't finish your fucking game. My turn.
well,
Your
my turn,
turn.
our turn.
Our turn. Please stop. Let us look at this city. Let us
Uh-huh.
look at these walls. Let us get the tractors. And it's not going to be a let us at some point. It's going to be gimme. And it's going to happen because you fuckers are you're terrible. Everybody that won't fucking leave, you're all terrible. You're all horrible. You're all petulant children just like the rest of us. Get out of the fucking way. Let us try. Please.
And so we're not gonna do any better, man.
And that's the thing. It's like, let us
And when we
try
finally
because
do make that choice, it's going to turn into Revelation, dude.
right, exactly.
Like it's
Let us try because then we'll never know if it was spoken, right? Like let us know where we're at instead of just keeping this shit going, instead of just keep bulldozing history and tearing down just time to go. The mortal coil is telling you the time of checkout at the hotel. Please.
there are some interesting questions I do have about that.
Because the
But
same people that organized this massive, awesome grid city were written about in the Bible, for sure. Like this is written about somewhere. Which part of like I want to know. It's very interesting. Like I love reading it because all this stuff is somewhere. Like we might have just went over it now. Like this is the place we just read about. That's really crazy. What was the population at the time? How big did they need this fucking city to be? How many people built this city? Why? How?
there's
Hand over the
it's one
keys and show
thing.
me the odometer, because if it's really only been 70 years, if it's only been 700 years, I want to know. I have a feeling we're being lied to about this, because again, I can find this
Uh,
exact same type of city in an actual civilized country. It's copy paste.
Yeah.
The Bible references itself, the world references itself, and it's just like I'm just so sick of someone else getting to. They get to play with all the toys. That's it. I sound like a petulant child because that's who I have. That's who I have to try to talk to fucking reason my way into not just living through whoever the fuck's in control of this, just calling it something else and wiping it fresh from the history. You can't wipe out this giant city. It was like I was saying yesterday. If there's one thing you can leave behind for people, it's the architecture. Like this doesn't lie. This doesn't lie. A YouTube video will go away, but man, like the people that took away our ability to build cities, like they knew what we could have done. And I want to know when that happened. Because you're right, I have a feeling it's still going on. Like why are they still attacking the East? Can you stop? It's been 3,000 years. At that point, it had already been however many thousand years. I have a pretty good memory, too, and it's just like, the only thing I'm going to really teach my kids is, like, work hard and hate the tax man. That's the only grudge they're going to hold from birth. Like, that's really it. That's the only generational propaganda I'm going to pass on. It's like I'm never going to teach them the inevitability of taxes because I want them to grow up looking at it like a mob, because they are. Why are they the only respected branch of the government right now? Why are people spitting in ICE's face but won't fucking make a fraudulent $601 payment on PayPal? I like this book. I like this book a lot. So
What draws you?
I like the language. It's the language. This reminds me of the Einstein quote where he's like, "I have no idea what weapons World War III is going to be fought with, but World War IV is going to be fought with sticks and stones." We have the luxury to say right now, "Hey, think about things," or something might actually happen. I love this language because it's like, I'm going to fucking destroy you. I did destroy you. I'm going to do it for hundreds more years if you don't fucking act right. And it's like more people need to have that sense of fear in them. Like if it's going to get to the point we're going to fight wars with sticks and stones, then yeah, I do believe that this language is going to be inevitable. It's actually refreshing. It's not HRified. Fucking
true. Yeah.
He that dashes in pieces has come up before thy face. Keep the munition, watch the way. Make thy loins strong, fortify thy power mightily. Brick kiln. That word is the hardest word I've read in years. The two K's right next to each other, I'm thinking that's going to be like an Iranian spice. No. Get your swords. And again, I think of the current immigration crisis as the description of the locusts. I will open thy gates, and this will fuck your lives up. If you guys can't organize, if you guys can't get your shit together as a group, then I'm gonna let them destroy you. I'm just gonna let them do it. I'm gonna help them do it. Because if they're willing to prioritize their blood feud and you're not willing to prioritize me, then I'll try again. And this kind of language from the Old Testament is refreshing because it's like, you're not special until you act special and be special and do something special and try to steer the ship. And it's so hard because, again, like we were just saying, it's like we feel like we can't steer the ship. So there's going to be a mutiny. We're a stomach ache. We're going to turn into gastritis. And eventually, we're going to be the appendix that bursts. And it's going to be ridiculous. It's going to be crazy. And this book just doesn't shy away from describing it. It's like trying to tell somebody who works at a nursing home as an aide that, trying to describe their job without using the word poop. Good luck. Because when they get there, they're going to find out exactly what their job's about. Period. This book says shit. And it's good. Because it doesn't lie to you. I'm not saying the other one did, but it's like, where it gets to the 10th book and it's prophetic and stuff, and in the language, it's obviously just not designed. It's not written like that. But it's at the same time as that. So this is 200 and some, 300 miles away-ish. Mosul, up to like Baghdad. I'm pretty sure Baghdad is where we have Babylon. Oh, there's the fucking atomic energy star fort, whatever. Babylon somewhere around the west side of this. It's like 350 miles away at the same time. So again, it's like God's doing a tour. He's like, I'm gonna fuck shit up tour. And this is like the metal opener. Daniel's like the indie band. This is like Behemoth opening up for the Flaming Lips. And I'd honestly, like, I've seen the Flaming Lips, but let me tell you, I've seen Behemoth too, and vibe shift. I like this book because it makes me think like that. And on today, of all the great days where everybody gets to ignore all their fucking problems and press pause for another year, I like to get angry. And I like to be honest. And I like to tell people that invest all of those months watching football that you wasted your life enjoying this. You wasted your life. And I hope you feel like you wasted your life. I really do. I hope your enjoyment turns you to ash. And I hope you stew in that until your dying days. Because this world is fraught with the apathy of football fans. And it's disgusting. I'd rather live in a place that actually prioritizes a fucking blood feud from 6,000 years ago than a fucking grown man in tights tackling another motherfucker. It's disgusting. Sickens me. People can't even fucking figure out plumbing, but they know who to be mad at. And turns out that is better motivation. That's all. And there is a time. Clearly God is saying, like, you did it wrong. I'm going to have to fix this. He told us the right way. He didn't say be the locusts. He said, I'm going to turn them on you. It's up to us to find a way to worship, to spread this, and to not be heathens, to distinguish ourselves from the locusts. But no, you have micro-nationalist little feuds. You got to have your little birds, face your little birds and your tights, and you have your little gay halftime show in Spanish to make a message. It's not even a fucking game anymore. It's a language game. It's not even a real game, but it's capturing everybody. And I'm just so sick of it. 80% of Americans are self-reported football fans. That means 80% of Americans are retarded. And that's a hard number to fucking swallow. Because in any given room, you're alone. 1 in 5 is not good odds. And good luck. And good luck trying to tear this pillar down in people's lives. Just good luck. I've ranted on football for my whole life. I think it's another one of those things where it's just like, you mean to tell me that? Okay, guys, we earned this. We earned the locusts. It's like actually refreshing that we're gonna be punished for this. Whatever we are and aren't doing, like, we're going to be punished for that. That's so fucking refreshing. Because finally I don't even care the consequences are going to hit me. I don't care if we're the ones that are going to be destroyed for our, misgivings or our ignorances. I don't even care. I'm just fucking happy there's going to be consequences. Seriously. Because I'm going to draw thee waters for the siege. I'm going to fortify thy strongholds, go into clay, and make my brick kiln for the fucking heathens at the gate.
There's something relieving about knowing and witnessing the other shoe finally dropping. Almost cathartic.
It is. That's like a
I mean,
load
as
off.
much, yeah, it's almost like that burden of guilt, even though it's not directly ours to bear. I still personally feel a level of failure for the society that we are a part of.
Yeah,
Um,
I really feel that, man. Like
so
I didn't start the bar fight, but I'm at the bar and everyone got arrested and I still have a mugshot now. Thanks, guys.
yeah,
It's like, nobody just, like, again, God didn't design the world to be a bar without a fight in it. And I understand that. It's just, it's really, 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 really tiring that every time you tap someone on the shoulder and be like, isn't that annoying as fuck? They're like, I'm on my AirPods. I'm just watching the game. Like, yeah, but if we both say something to the bartender, he can't say, like, oh, you're being fucking stingy about the two dudes beating each other half to death with pool cues. Like, literally all it takes is one other person. But no, they're too fucking busy today. I hate it. That's like one of those hates where I'm just like, I have felt it all my life. And it's one of those things where I'm like, oh, this is really neat. Look at this fucking wall. Ooh, boy. What is this? It's just been my whole life where it's just like, if you watch somebody kick a puppy as a child, it would revolt you. That's what
yes.
football's done my whole life. That's how football has always felt. People are always like, pay attention, be smart, get an education. Okay, well, why do you guys get to watch a bunch of queers in tights tackle each other and give each other concussions for millions of dollars? Why do I gotta be the intelligent one? When do you have to fucking act that? When? I refuse to take anybody seriously. Try to give me any fucking advice. It's like, oh, I'm watching the game. Fuck right off. Your words are meaningless. Meaningless. No discipline. I'd rather say, I could probably say with stronger conviction that me looking at fucking Google Earth and just putting little pins down is more diligence than those people actually have. More actual conviction. Fucking follow something. Follow, like, some sort of intuition. Follow something from within. Just follow a bunch of dudes beating each other up, fucking singing in the middle of it. It's embarrassing. I'm trying to map out where this little segment of wall is going to start because it's a really...
I don't remember if you were the one that told me this or what, but something about a stadium or the circus, like have a circus, they will come. There's something about like the entertainment and how
it's like the Roman Colosseum. They'll eat give them bread and circuses, and they'll never they'll never revolt.
How do you say that again? Like, what was do you know where that came from?
Yeah, I'll find it real quick.
Because that's pretty big.
I mean,
That's
it's
like
everything.
what
It's
you're talking
literally, it's like people go to the Colosseum and be like, oh, look at the Colosseum. It's like, yeah, but doing that.
Give them bread and circuses.
Juvenal. It is attributed to Juvenal. It sounds like a fucking drug that was banned in the 40s. I'd take some Juvenal.
I'm still trying to get all the juvenile out of my system from when I was a juvenile.
Yeah, and that's another thing. The fucking language game, I'm so sick of it because it's like, oh, this is actually one of the most important concepts of all time. And they're like, let's send people to juvenile to make them know that they're regressive. Like, isn't that so fucking disgusting that the language actually just runs you in the wrong direction almost all of the time? It's literally why it is. Yeah, it's literally why I don't want any words or lyrics in my music ever. I hate them. Like, if you heard it, okay, let me use this example. We're going to keep digging into this because let me give you an example. You hear an instrumental version of a song, it's called Power, and it's bass drums going crazy. You're like, this riles me up in a great way. Like I could lift weights. I want to fucking be part of the army. And then you find out the lyrics are fuck Trump, fuck Trump, fuck Trump, trans shit, trans shit.
Well,
And it's like, wow, words can really ruin anything and everything. And it sickens me when people are stupid because this is the result. So the whole actual quote, are we going to find? Yeah, I guess that's it. Give them bread and circuses and they will never revolt. Kind of like it. Yeah. Strange, huh? Kind of crazy how every single time I look and I find wall posts or like the Great Wall, it always seems to be a football field shape near it. Whether it's actually that or not, there's just always that. I'll show you some examples even. So it's like they have to reuse this architecture. And I really think that that's all it's doing. It doesn't want to actually put people in there for the right reason and tell them like what it's for, which it's probably using to harvest their energy, which is why they're always named after banks and they're always on river banks. And that's always involved with currency because the river's a currency and flows and money's a currency and named after banks. And it's all part of the fucking word game. So again, you have this eat bread circus. Okay, well, maybe people don't go in there. What if it's actually meant to amplify a different type of noise, but instead you have a bunch of fucking yuppies screaming? Like, what if it's meant to be amplifying the word of God? But no, we're going to yell for our fucking football team. So sickening. And that's why I think the architecture is super important. Is this even worth calling a wall? It is. We're gonna add it. Where am I? Iraq. Fucking sand country is this? So Goa, Iraq. Iraq. We need to make it white because that's what we do. That's going to be cool because that follows a mountain range. I'm going to probably be able to follow that the other way for a good while. Let's see if we can find some of these segments where there's always, and I mean always, a football field shape, even when there's just nothing. So we got segments in Canada. Holy shit, we have so many. We have so many segments, dude. It's just become like another passive thing. Like I don't even think about it anymore. I just go and I just start making walls. And I had to quit at some point because it's like, oh, I should just draw the borders of the countries. But they already did that for me, so I don't need to. Super.
You watched the latest John Levy?
I have to dive away from him a little bit because he's for me, he's the perfect starter board. He's really focused. Like whenever he does a new video, I can't go to China right now. I'm just going to tell you right now, I can't go to China right now. Because I went to North Korea last week, I think, and I'm still just sort of like huffing and puffing from that a little bit. I need to find one of these wall segments. It's probably one in one of the other countries where they're a little bit more civilized and built up. We got wall traits out here. I'm sure there's... Oh, I found this one today, actually. Oh, that's cool. Where's the football field? There's always a big circuit somewhere. North Korea was too much for me, and I actually don't even trust that I can go to China. I kind of stay away from that one. I don't even know if they're going to show me any accurate information over here. Oh, this is the wrong way. Tell me about it, though. I want to know about it.
There's a map that he was using as a reference that had 3 bridges connecting to an inlet. That was basically like an island that was almost being hugged by a bay. But when you fly over it with Google Earth, it's kind of there, but it's completely scrubbed. like, but you see evidence of its existence. But everything around it is so far away. Everything around it is either like North Korea or uh, it's you'll you'll see it. Um, like there's one of the older maps. Keep clicking through. There's one where it shows like three bridges, um, and it's he goes to it on the map on Google Earth, and it's really quite fascinating
I
how
think
he
I think this
finds
is
the
one of the.
artifacts, the glitchy artifacting
Oh, I
being
hate
scrubbed.
yeah, like I see this stuff in the Netherlands, and that bothers me so much, the
Yeah,
artifacting, because
you can see.
it's the same fucking thing over here where my people are from, and it's the same in Italy, it's the same in France with the wetland. They
Same in
just
Greenland.
everything, dude. It's just so again, I'm gonna look at these. So you mean to tell me that the peatland was dug in lines like this for nothing? So people just sit and then it just goes away. Those aren't all just waves. There's actually something below. Why is
Yeah.
that? Where is it?
You want to know something kind of uh there's been a shape that's been in my head for quite a bit now.
If it's a
Um
trident, I'm gonna
and
lose my mind.
no, it's not a trident.
Oh, good.
Uh it's actually a donut.
Okay. Hit me.
Um yeah, I'm craving Krispy Kreme right now. No, I'm kidding. The
I was just
donut
hungry,
shape
man.
is makes me think of uh do you, do you what are those transistors where you wrap copper around the donut
Oh, like the
and it
Tesla
like
coils?
yeah, very similar to a Tesla coil, but imagine if the Earth was a giant Tesla coil in that regard, and how the land isn't just shifting around like via tectonic plates, but what if the northern point of the Earth is where it is collapsing inward, and the bottom of the Earth is where land is being pushed out.
The bottom of the earth is where land is being pushed out.
Yes. Like almost like a cycling of just I just had this weird visualization that I haven't been able to really shake.
Well, the donut shape and the toroidal shape are important architecture. So you
Yeah.
can have. Let's see. I'm just gonna flip through this quick. Yeah, dude, I hate the trident shapes. They're everywhere. Those like ports where it's like, oh, that's just where ships go. Okay, but like China's been around forever. You mean to tell me the people without fucking gear just dug perfect straight lines underground with no water retention technology? Like, please go fuck yourself with an iron stick.
Well,
Please.
okay, dude.
No, I'm serious. Like, you got to get out of my fucking way. Like, I don't want anything to do with people that actually believe that shit. It's like, but they were more sophisticated. How? What? When? When?
Thousands of years before our technology.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, well, you just don't know. It's like, okay, well, they mushed bamboo together and mixed stuff for paper. Yes, that's intelligent, but it's not grand design levels. It's not city fucking planning. It's not water retention technology. It's mashed in plants. Not even remotely fucking close. He went to North Korea too. It's just,
Yeah.
again, like, this is fucking nuts. The trident shape there is. I'm going to look up the donut shape here real quick. I'm going to just riff off the trident thing. I thought you were going to say that because that does kind of appear everywhere, and there's one at Plymouth Rock, and I'm just like, why is this everywhere? Again, like, why does this need to just exist?
Doesn't the trident shape mean something though?
It
I thought it
does.
I thought it had like a Oh, that no.
So let's just take, for example, right? The fact that it took 2 tries to make this, and you know there was something out there already. You know that there was a reason that they built this out there. So why did they, how did they fuck up? How did they fuck up so bad that they had to just do it again? When did they do it again? This
Maybe they
looks,
liked it so much that they just did it again.
but then they put them together. You
They
know,
they wanted they wanted to be friendly. They
It's,
wanted a friend.
like there's train tracks on it. Like you couldn't have. I understand Jersey's small, but it's like then don't build houses. Build train. Fucking what? Then well, but they built it for ships. They had built it for cargo ships. In 1700s, they built a road with trains.
What's this toroidal universe?
Yeah,
theory?
that's exactly what I was gonna do. It's the toroidal universe.
Suggests that the universe may have a shape similar to a torus or a donut. No, I'm not saying that the universe is like a donut. I'm not
The
saying the
Earth.
earth is shaped like a donut either. I'm saying that the inner portion, like the bones of the earth, are more so in a flux. Holy shit.
That
That
it?
first image. That no, like the go down one and then over one to the right.
The
The
magnet?
green little the green orb. Yeah, that.
Okay. You're describing
That
something that
one
doesn't exist in the physical reality, technically, or in the
that
observable.
that resonates with me though. That one
Oh, good.
that looks like Earth to me.
That's what
Like,
Earth is.
but
That's what we are. That's where the blueprint of everything pops up. It's really neat.
yeah.
It's whether it's the universe, whether it's you, whether it's the Earth. This is you. Your heart has an electromagnetic field, and this is the shape it forms. We know that that's the shape it forms because that's the shape cell phones form. That's the shape that birds' brains form. They got that rock in their brain or something that makes them like see. They have an accelerometer in their fucking brain. It's like it's always this shape. It's just that's the way it is because for some reason magnets are the least and most understood things at the same time. But you can't actually design anything without the toroid. You actually can't. Like an apple grows in a toroid, blood cells grow in a toroid, hydrogen bombs explode in a toroid, a tree grows in a toroid, and if it doesn't do that, if it doesn't grow in the presence of a toroid, it grows in the absence of one. This picture with the tree is a great one. So it's like, well, how do you, am I on Pinterest? Go fuck myself. Click on Pinterest. Where's the shape if you look at a tree? It's like, oh, that's a straight line with a bush. Yeah, but what isn't the magnetic part the invisible part? Well, look at the invisible part. There's your donut. As above, so below. Something you're probably right that there's a direction because you know that's what has to happen for it to move, for things to build. Like whenever I used to talk to you about morphogenetic resonance and stuff, our brain has one of these. And so when you say you feel like a collective guilt in a way where you're just like, I kind of feel bad that everybody's fucking shit up, even though I'm not fucking shit up.
It's an empathy, but for
You're dipping into a
our
feeling that like you're looking at the ripple. Someone poked a pond 30 feet from you, but you're looking at the pond in front of you. You don't know there's a person to your right or your left or whatever, but they poked the pond. What do you see? You see the ripples. So you might feel a certain way about it or whatever, but what you're doing is you're looking at a memory. You're looking at a memory in time. And so with that person's interaction with you, you have what's called morphogenetic resonance. You have things like, so you don't know that the guy touched the pond, but you know that there's a ripple. Okay, well, did he throw something at the pond? Doesn't matter. There's a ripple, and that's the part that you notice. And so that's the part that your brain draws on. And so some people call it the Akashic memories. Some people call it, the collective consciousness, whatever you want to call it. The reason that you have that is because you're cut from that same cloth. Like, that's the spark of divinity in you. Like, that's where everyone does share something in common. And the fact that someone has felt it before means that you have the potential to feel it. This is why when they do studies on, like, taking a test, question 1 to 100, and then having people do question 100 and then going backwards, they find that the people that start at the end do better on the questions. That it's vice versa. The people that start at the end do better on the earlier numbered questions, and vice versa. Well, why is that? It's because there's an Akashic memory, a recent Akashic memory, and a room full of people taking a test, depositing this magnetic frequency into your actual brain in a way you can't see. It's like the tree. Sure, you can pick up a leaf and say, this is how I know the tree's real. But look at the shape. Look at the shape and what's not around it. When people are reading things, you can read what they're reading. Not with their eyes, but with their fucking hearts, with their fields. And so this is why whenever I would do this on tests. I would go through, I'd maybe get to like question 10, and I'd be like, okay, this is where my recall stops. I would go to the very end of the test, and I would start taking it backwards. Like, oh, this is the most recent information that I learned. You could say, oh, well, that's why. I would always get to the question I stopped on, and I would know the right answer. Because it's like, oh shit, something changed. What is it? People took the test. I didn't remember it. People took the test. And it's like, okay, cool. You could say the tree only exists in the way the tree exists, but hey, if you draw a shape of what's not there, you get that shape. So kind of like you're saying, there's a reason that you feel it. There's a reason you think it. Everything is shared. Like, nobody gets away with anything. And the problem is people are doing what you described, like the land is being pushed down. People are just doing that with their bad shit, like their brains and their bad actions and their sin. And they're just throwing it to the heaps of the people that they would consider, lesser or don't exist or not real or whatever. That's what it feels like. It feels like constantly being shit on. It feels like people doing constant bad things. And it's like, I'm not apologizing for them, but I feel bad. Because, again, I didn't start the bar fight, but now I have a fucking mugshot. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Ben Steen, or whatever, and Habib. You two fucks fighting. And you got the queen dying. It's just like, well, who is she? Who cares? Who fucking cares? Nobody's gonna talk about the canals built in the canals. Nobody, because everyone's got something else to do. Everyone's all sectioned off real nice. But there's a reason you feel those things. There's a reason you feel repulsion. There's a reason you feel disgust. There's a reason you feel pleasure, fun. There's a reason you have a memory. There's a reason things resonate. That's why that word exists as a reference to your heart, to your emotions, to your feelings. Morphogenetic resonance. Well, why does that shape resonate with you? Why does that quote resonate with you? It's almost like that word means something. And it's not that we're just saying it because it's the word to describe. It's because it's resonating at an actual frequency. You're registering the light in your eyes. You're registering the sound of my voice. Everything's just energy. So we have to have some shared consciousness. That's where God comes in. Because the fact that you have feeling, like the fact any of this exists at all is proof enough. It is. It's crazy.
So nice hearing that.
It's like it's vindicating in a way.
Yeah, I'm just glad it makes it made sense to me when I heard it, and hearing you like say it and you understand it is reaffirming as well. That's good.
And the thing about a toroid shape is like, well, yeah, if you piss on yourself, you're going to get wet. Don't piss on yourself. Sometimes it goes and it gets shifted to the right or to the left on the toroid. So it's like, oh, don't piss on anything. Because it still might hit someone. That's like literally like That's the golden rule. Hey, maybe just don't piss on stuff because someone might walk in the way, like a blind guy. Like a Helen Keller might just.
Okay, dude.
I mean, what are the odds that fucking Helen Keller invented the airplane like she did or whatever they fucking say? What did she fucking do? She was just broken?
What?
Helen Keller, like,
Yeah.
what did she do? She was just broken?
She was dumb, deaf, and blind, and she was taught how to behave at a later age.
I really think they
I
told
can't
us
remember her story entirely.
something with like drops of water. Like they use drops of water to like mimic Braille or something. I have no idea. But like, again, someone thought of that. And I don't believe it. All right, so we're going to go on stolen history and we're going to see if there's. Because I've sent this to you before. And I've wanted you to read it for so long.
Oh, Helen Keller is a political activist. That's why they're famous. Got it. Okay.
For real? Is that what it says?
I just remember watching a movie on Helen Keller. She was both deaf and blind. Advocated for individuals with disabilities. Political activist. Remarkable achievements as an author. Yeah, she became a symbol of perseverance and empowerment, promoting social justice, women's suffrage, and disability rights. Well, I mean, that explains a bit there. But
So she's fake. She's
I wouldn't
propaganda.
say. I would say she was artificially spotlit.
Yeah, propaganda.
Yeah.
This just fucking really just sparked my curiosity here because I'm gonna try to get to the actual like OP here.
What is this?
Chemists in arts and science have developed a method to make or modify smart bricks that can store energy. Interesting. So it's talking about fired red brick. What's most of the old world made of? Fired red bricks. Why is it that architecture just keeps being the important thing? Like, what is it about architecture other than its visual
Its
information?
utility.
Well, I'm not saying you can just plug fucking your phone into bricks, but I just like throwing shit out there. No one else will.
Yeah.
So this whole series of this is a long read. This is a very long read. This goes through everything you're talking about with the shape of the toroid.
Mhm.
Literally everything. Sacred geometry. It's literally everything.
Yeah.
Star forts, the Ravelin shapes. It's like this is why there's shapes like that in star forts.
Cool.
Like,
Can you link me that?
I'm gonna absolutely link you that. Since we cannot know
Absolutely.
for sure what exactly the author wanted to depict in his illustration, we can only make assumptions. And in this case, I see two possible options. The first is that it's just a slightly different type of vessel. The second option, the illustration shows not the interior of the spheres themselves, but the approximate structure of the Earth. So this whole thing is just breaking down the shape of a vessel, basically. It's not even getting into the actual like substance of the vessel. So this is part 1. I want to not send you. I don't want to just send you right into part 3. Sorry, part 9. Go to previous chapter. I'm gonna hit you to the original. It's
Ooh.
part 1. I'll link it. I'm gonna link it in chat too, if I can find it.
Oh man, I'd love to watch that. You.
I almost don't want to see people cover it because I almost don't want there to be. I want more people to talk about it. I feel kind of like the one guy at work where he's like, "Oh, your way to finding Jesus is wrong." It's like I want people to make sure that this is actually well. I want it to be as unwell written and thrown together as possible. I don't want people to go in with, studio quality. I just want people circling stuff going, what is this? Because I want to leave it open ended for the people that can answer. I don't have an answer. I'm the guy circling shit. I want to make that so fucking clear. I want to make that super clear. This is my style of provocateur. What is it? Why is it there? What is it? Someone you got explaining to do. Lucy. You gotta make this make fucking sense. You gotta make it make fucking sense. And you can't go into it saying, well, it might have, like, you can't do it with the fish thing being like, well, it might have been for this. No, like, you gotta actually just pose the question seriously and earnestly and ask and demand fucking answers. Why is this like this? Old Testament language. This article's crazy. The Self-Luminous Buoy, 1888. Scientific American. Among the tired devices for rendering buoys luminous are lamps arranged to burn for a long time, phosphorescent mixtures, electric illuminators supplied with the current from the shore by means of a cable, and more recent luminous paint, which absorbs light by day and gives out by night. Compressed gas have been employed with great success. Some of the buoys have been designed to carry 6 months' supply of gas and serve as lightships. The engraving illustrates illuminating apparatus designed as an auxiliary to bell buoys and whistling buoys. It is based upon the generation of electricity by the agitation of mercury in a high vacuum or a gas of high tension. The self-exciting Geisler tube is involved. Self-exciting Geisler tube involves the same principle. The buoy represented in the cutter is adapted to ring a bell by rolling motion imparted by the waves. Advantage is taken of the motion by to agitate the mercury in annular tubes placed in the upper portion of the frame of the buoy. The tubes are made very heavy and strong, and each contains barriers for causing friction of the mercury against the sides of the tubes. That's what it is. That's the toroid shape. That's what it's for. Shaking, moving. Unlimited energy. Red mercury. It's right there. It's right there. So what happens if you lie to people about the shape of the earth? What happens if you tell them it's something that can fit in the donut? They never look at the fucking donut. They never understand that they're where the earth isn't. We don't live on earth. We live in God. We are with God. That is the biggest mistake people make. They look at the tree. They don't look at the donut. Stop looking at the donut. Or start looking at the donut. Stop looking at the tree. Start looking at the donut. Massive revelation there, actually. That's actually a massive one. So if this is coming from 1888, why do we at least not ground up lightning bugs and rub them on the damn things? We don't even have lit buoys now, do we? Not to that degree. They require bulbs and more service. But you could send out 6 months of gas? Who came up with it? Why'd you come up with it? Why is this the 1800s? And also, why are they at the tops of everything? Well, what if we're in the wave? What if even on Earth, we're in the wave? What if it's always being shaken? What are all these things? Why are all these things here? You got to read the whole thing front to back because it explains literally everything. It breaks down canons, why canons are a lie, how canons are a lie, how all this architecture made sense. All of the old lithographs, all of the old exhibits, all of the connections, everything is connected. Because you start to see this architecture in Paris, you start to say, why is there obelisks? Like, why does this also exist in Indianapolis? Like, why is it actually very similar in style? Like, why? Someone has to answer me that in earnest. And I don't think it can be the Y files. Like, this actually needs to be someone that has control. This needs to be someone relinquishing the keys and saying, yeah, we hid this from you. But they can't. Like, this has to go to the grave for eternity. This cannot be discussed. It cannot be talked about. It cannot be given the proper light because it's not important enough to get in the way of the Super Bowl. It's just not. Why would it be? They're just old pretty pictures. There's nothing you can do about it. That's just the way it is. Those people need to suck glass. Might help them. Just, I could just scroll through this and just rant for... This could be the stream. This is what I actually kind of started the stream kind of wanting to be. Why is this like this? I don't even know how many people are... what's it say? You got 2 people in the chat? Okay, no. I know who they are. So if when there's 3, whoever else jumps in, start answering. Because no one can do it, dude. Just no one can do it. Here's your toroid. There's your inside toroid. The fact that we float around in the space of absence sort of leads me to believe that we're really almost as insignificant as an electron moving around. I don't think we belong in here. This doesn't look like we belong in here.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, and I mean it's almost as if that's the way it was written as well. Oh, whoa. What the hell is this? I love this. Whoever put this together, I think their name is Dreamtime on this website. All of the pictures are such an incredible quality. It's not just convincing. It's not just actually giving a perspective, or at least like leading you to think of a perspective. It gives you really, really, really good quality pictures. It gives you amazing quality pictures. Because look at all these red bricks. Remember how that one article was talking about how you store data in bricks? Well, maybe there's a fucking reason they built a fucking pyramid out of USBs, you know? Like, turns out if you just build it out of data, you don't need data. What if that's the thing? Like, there's a reason we don't find wires everywhere. Well, did they need them? Then it starts going into lingams and then like the Indian culture. So again, like this will take you on an absolute roller coaster. These things are still vibrating. These things are still vibrating, even though they're cast. Like even though they're still vibrating to this day. All the ones in the ground. I actually found this guy Praveen Mohan on YouTube because of it. So you can't tell me that things in India connect to things in America with thousands of years in between, and the explanation of, well, that's crazy talk. You can't do it. I won't let you. You can't do it. No more. We cannot be permissive of this any long. Like, we can't let people slide without demanding answers anymore. This is sort of like the Old Testament. I'm not trying to play God here, but someone needs to answer for this. And I'm thankful that I'm not the person that gets to pass judgment on whoever may be hiding the truth. Because you know there's a truth. You know there is one. There's an actual physical truth out there. And it may just look like a tree. But it's like, well, the tree embodies the lack of tree. The lack of tree proves that there is a tree. It's so fucking psychedelic. I love it. Because it just connects and weaves everything together. I'm looking over at my little stack of shit. Okay, so I have the compendium of The Walking Dead. I can find a way The Walking Dead relates to this. It's everything. And it's like, well, it can't just be so fit and nice and clean. You're right, because every day I learn about things that, don't fit into what's actually been written about. But when you start asking other questions, you start going back to, oh, it's literally as simple as shapes. It's literally as simple as words. It's all energy. It's all that. This exact item is actually in Sekiro. Very cool. How'd you do that? I'm pretty sure that's like exactly the item. No, that's not the one. Senpu Bell. I need to find this. I'd rather go in the fucking compendium and find it. It looks like this. It looks like that. So then you start wondering, okay, well, look at all these bell-shaped things. What are bells for? Why are they ringing? What are they ringing for? Why are they everywhere? What is so important about them? Why'd we stop? Were they there in the first place? Were they somewhere else? I actually just don't know, but I need answers. I need answers, and that's what every day of my life is. It's just looking forward to finding more answers. I really do. I really just look forward to it. Because every single answer is just another question, and it's great. You don't have to just keep going. Oh, dude, part 3 is fucking insane. Like 9 chapters, that's crazy. Field geometry. Dude, it is so cool. Like right here, you're talking about your toroids, chapter 7. You know, we could take a little sneak peek at that.
It's so pretty.
Oh, it's there's a reason that it resonates. There, like, it really is. Because that's what it actually, like, that's just what it does by definition. Man, I could look at this stuff all day. Huh. That's fucking cool. Yeah, how does that happen? And it's like, that is so human nature, too. If we exist in the place that we're not supposed to, then we're obviously going to be thinking about the things that might not be there as things that aren't supposed to be here. It's not a mystery as to why we spend so much time wondering about things that aren't supposed to be here. And how do we know they're not supposed to be here? They don't look like this. They look so foreign. You know what looks foreign. You can tell. There's a reason you didn't say a trident shape. The magnetic fields part does require a little bit of it's got a little bit of an understanding. Like, you need to have a little bit of a skill ceiling for that to jump in. But it could pretty much be explained by like snowflakes, sound, cymatics, simple words, simple figures and illustrations and stuff. But just, yeah, really, truly, like, this is the kind of stuff, man, whenever I'm like, oh, dude, don't worry, like, you know, just hang out. Like, if you're not like ready at 1 to do like Bible study, I'll start talking about this shit. This is the stuff that wakes me up. It really does. This is literally, like, this right here explains why there will always be conflict. I wish I could pause it. If we're in the middle of the space where there's nothing, and there's another person in the space over here that's not supposed to be in the nothing, what did their fields do? Their fields clash. And then you have something which resembles conflict or material struggle, material strife. It's just what's going to happen. Someone's always going to have shit you want, and someone's always going to try to take it. Don't ever try to fucking convince yourself that's not what it is either. Because, again, these are impassionate objects. These are impassionate, observable realities. They don't care who you are. They don't care what you believe. This is just like this at your cellular level. Like, all the way up until it's God's problem, it's sort of not your problem that this is going to happen. And that's really, really comforting. That's really comforting. Like, the fact that there's bloodshed's the most comforting thing about that. It's crazy. What time is it? It's only 3 something?
It is 2:30 for me.
Why is she calling me? Energy is free.
True story, Neil.
One sec. probably going to step out and have a cigarette actually about this.
Need to give my parents a FaceTime Reno, depending on. Let me actually hit them up to see when they're ready. See how much longer I can chill.
Hey, no worries, man. I think we can call that one good. We can call this one good.
You sure?
Yeah, because if I get stuck up here all day, I will be stuck up here all day.
Yeah. Which is A-okay with me.
This is a really cool picture. This GIF right here.
Oh.
It doesn't connect the way you think it does,
Until it do.
but it just keeps connecting in all the ways you think it doesn't. Oh, my gosh. Literally, the answer to any question is the answer to the opposite question. What is the Bible book for that? Is it Job?
The what?
What's the Bible book for when in life the answer to your question is the answer to the opposite question? What is everything? Oh, it's not nothing. Well, guess what nothing is? Not everything.
Yeah.
What's the Bible book for that? My goodness.
Revelation.
Revelation. Yeah, closing it and going to sleep.
Yeah.
Reflecting and praying for mercy. Hey, I'm glad that you got to nerd out a bit too, because this is the shit that I genuinely think every single Bible study will devolve into. I really do. I think because if at some point you start saying, well, it's energy. Okay, well, if it's energy, then what is that? Well, if it's something that you can't see. Well, if the tree is energy and the not tree is energy, oh man, that just throws everything. Everything connects. Everything connects. I love it. I can't stand it. I have to deal with it. And so do you.
And that's why we are here.
And that's why we are here. On the off chance that we find a cool little middle of the Bible book. Chat with some friends. That's all that matters.
Yes, sir.
I like just being a live chat room for anyone that wants to join. So I'm glad you got to talk a little. I'm really glad that you got that. Like, I'm glad you said that though, Sauce. Because if that was like, if you feel alone ever again in life, then like please don't. Because there's someone that understands that stuff, even if it's really hard and vague. Weird trident. You guys, real hard. Another fucking trident. Why is there so many tridents? Like, maybe one day you'll be like, oh my gosh, this whole thing is like, this is where the trident comes from. And I'm going to be like, thank you. That's why we do it.
That's why we do it.
All right, man, I'll let you go.
All right, brother man.
Much love to the parents. Have a good afternoon. Be chatting with you. Read through that.
You too, brother man. I'll talk to you soon.
Peace. Gotcha, all you bunch of nerds. All right. No, but for real though. Oh, he got me. He got me in the last one there. Hey, sometimes, what do they say? The bark is worse than the bite. Well, that bark was the bite because I didn't get the last word, and I'm just gonna start a fucking 30,000 year blood feud because of it now, and you don't get to say nothing. So watch as I go invade the, hold on, what is this here? The Gizil Erek State Reserve. Forever and ever, this is gonna be my promised land. And doesn't involve you or me even, but you can't do anything about it. Doesn't that sound silly? Doesn't that sound like where you're at? Well, if you find that relatable, just remember, no matter where you go, there you are. The more you know, the less you don't. Have a wonderful, blessed Sunday. Thanks for tuning in. Like and subscribe, or like or survive, whatever your take and persuasion is. Have a wonderful day. Bye.